Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Rest of the students are not aware that second class will be held. Let's start from the topic. Now the screen is visible?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I was discussing about the topic that the problems related to the message that the use of the foreign language, it may occur because the native people of different background or different demographic background, they may use certain language which may act as foreign to that particular speaker or to the particular speaker or that particular sender. Now the thing is, next is the speaker's assumption. Speaker's assumption is there. Okay, speaker assumption while delivering the message. Okay, while delivering the message, speaker may assume anything else about you or about the receiver who is speaking. And wait, let me admit the students who are coming. Yeah. That is the speaker's assumptions while delivering the message. Speaker may assume about your background or the circumstances. It may happen. These are the things which are the circumference for the particular person. Wait a minute. Hello. No. No. There is a problem related to the channels. Problem related to the channels means channels may be static or buzzing. Suppose the person on which platform he's speaking on, suppose that platform, the channel is disturbing due to some weather problem or some anything else. Okay, some connection regarding problem. It may be buzzing. Suppose you are doing video telephonic round. Okay, video telephonic round. You will see sometimes the buffering circles are coming on the screen. These are the some I can say this is called the static or buzzing on the line. Buzzing on the line is some sounds are coming. Some sounds are coming on the line. That is the another fact. Student, is it visible? Some problems, actually technical problems are coming. Hello.
Visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Some technical glitches were there. Now it has been sorted out, I think so. Yeah. Now, I was talking about the buzzing sound. Okay. And noisy background from the sender's location. Suppose the person who is speaking, who is delivering the message and from its end, okay, some noise, background, some the transport noise, it may be some color tune noise, or it may be anything noise is coming out, background noise, okay. That is very irritable at the time of delivery through the channels. And then an echo on the line. Suppose the sender is talking, whatever he is talking, it is repeating. Have you observed any time, students? Has anybody observed these things while talking over the telephone? Now, the problems regarding the receiver. Hello? The problems regarding the receiver. What is the problem regarding the receiver? Non-acknowledgement of the message is being comprehensible. Then the gap in the engagement in the conversation, distraction, and stops paying attention to the sender. Then conduction of another conversation simultaneously. Suppose we are doing the telephonic conversation, at the same time a particular person who is engaged over that conversation is again doing the conversation at the same time with the other person, then it may happen this type of distraction and stops paying attention to that particular sender's message. Now, last one is the misunderstanding and the deceiver of the message. Misunderstanding and the deceiver of the message means the message is not understandable, as well as sometimes it may misunderstood. That is very difficult thing, and that message has been deciphered at that time. These are the problems regarding the thing. Now, have you observed this page, this one? Wait. This conversation, this dialogue, actually this dialogue. Hello? Are you getting my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, look, this is the conversation. Now, what will be today's experiment? As you have observed this thing, I will ask you from the participant list. Let me check out. Let us do the same exercise. Okay. Let us do the same exercise with you. Suppose I am calling Danish Hussain. Please unmute yourself. Danish. Are you there on the line? Are you there, Danish? Anyone else? Muskan Dubey? Are you there? Or Ayush Kumar? Who is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Ayush Kumar is there. Yeah. Yes, please unmute yourself. Ayush Kumar. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Now, let us practice it, okay? Suppose I am calling you, okay? This is a conversation already I have given on the screen. Let us have a practice so that you can understand how it goes. Hello, Ayush. Let's talk about different means of communication today. How do you usually communicate with your friends or family?
Well, I usually talk with in WhatsApp or on phone calls.
You have to elaborate. Okay, Ayush, look, how you are going to elaborate it? Well, I usually prefer, okay, how you are going to use this thing. There are so many modes of apps, isn't it? Modes of communications are there. So how do you do? Well, I usually prefer to use on the communication calling apps or something like that, or emo calling, Viber calling, whatever maybe, or you may say that normal, usually telephonic conversation. After that, you will say how actually you communicate. You have just told in one line. Now, the next question I'm going to ask you. Then, after telling all this, I will be telling, okay. So, do you know how people communicate with one another in the past?
Well, I think that they don't that they मैम dash लिखा हो तो
डैश लिखा हुआ है उसमें तुमको भरना है. You have to fill up. Then they used to send letters. There were so many things, the telegram, isn't it? Then there are so many types of communication, previous era communications. So you have to tell all this, and as the technology we are, that means as the technology were not so advanced in the past, at last you are ending this thing. After giving your description about the past communication techniques or methods, after that, at last you are ending with this, as the technology were not so much advanced in the past. Is that clear, Ayush? How you are going to end?
Yes, ma'am.
After elaborating your answer, you have to end this thing. Next I will tell yes, you are right. How do you find these communication methods? How do you find these communication methods? Then you answer.
I think they are very old because they are old and not so fast as comparison to now, because they use old methods like telegram or like sending letters. So it is very time consuming.
Yes. Now, how do you find? How do you find means? Um, up to which extent these communication methods are good, or how you think about it, you have to tell all this about. Now, you have got your point, I'm telling. Have you ever written a letter to someone before?
No, I haven't, because it's not, because I use WhatsApp and all, so it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Did not need them.
But if you look back to your school days, sometimes, okay, so you may have written to your principal, you may have written to your vice principal of your school, like this. But if nobody has written, then he or she may say, yeah, in today's technological era, we use these things, whatever he has demonstrated just now. And then she or he will be go ahead with his answer. Now, next line, all right. So do you like writing a letter or writing an email more?
Well, I prefer writing an email because uh, it is easier to write email and send it, because it's a very quick process.
Yeah, okay. As you know, people nowadays prefer talking on mobile phone. Do you think this is a good practice?
Well, phone, it's not about the practice. It is more about if someone is far, how can we talk about in front of them? So it's very.
Actually, nowadays the phone is a necessity, basic demand, isn't it? Basic necessity of our life. Good practice doesn't mean that good practice, bad practice. What you think about the word practice is very, what you perceive from the word practice is very much important over here. That you are thinking the practice is malpractice or the good practice. That is a different thing, issue. I'm talking here about the good practice means the mobile phone, carrying mobile phone is harmful, having a side effect or not, or something like that. I'm telling, look, it is written, yes, I think so, and then they're going to elaborate it. Now, if somebody don't think so, no, I don't think so, then they are going to elaborate it. Now you have to say, I think using mobile is a good practice because we can communicate with the person with a short frame of time, as well as just like a next to our door, isn't it? Like this, you are going to elaborate the answer. If it is a good practice, then you can give the short message, the delivery on the telephonic conversation. If it is a bad, you have to tell why it is bad, isn't it? If you opt for the bad, then you have to tell why it is bad. It is affecting our actually the nervous system, the telephone, the headphones, telephones, all are affecting our nervous system of human physiology. So you have to tell like this that why it is affecting, because we are using day by day 4G, 5G, all these means the receiver things, isn't it? The data receiver, data, you are just communicating through the wave we are communicating, and these waves are actually harmful nowadays to our health issues. It is very bad. Okay, so in that sense, you can describe it. Now, next, if I say like this, so how do you see the text message function? Do you find it useful?
I think the text message function is useful because it is very, it happens in very short frame of time. We don't need extra uh, words to like starting and ending conversation. It's very quick process,
Yeah.
so it's very useful
Now,
for me.
except Ayush, I would like to invite, suppose, Manish Kumar. Manish Kumar is on the line. Actually, they are on the line for attendance or for practice. I don't know about it. Aryan Kumar.
Yes, ma'am. Good
Yeah.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Yeah, okay. Now you are on the line. That means now I would like to ask from here. Okay. The screen is visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now from here. So how do you see the text message function? Do you find it useful?
Isn't it is not useful because we sometimes send text message as in shorter form, just like we have to type a good morning message. We have just typed GM just like that.
Okay. Now, more and more people are using smartphones nowadays. Do you have one yourself?
Yes, I have.
That's why we are over here today to
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
class, isn't it?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is now a necessity.
Yeah, it's a basic necessity nowadays. To attend the class also, it is very important. Now, next person, let me call Khushbu Kumari. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How do you see WhatsApp function? Do you know anything about it?
A WhatsApp function is very useful. In this, we can text message, send documents, videos in short time.
But how you should reply to a particular question? Look, my screen is visible to you. Is
Yes,
my
ma'am.
screen visible? Yeah. Now, look, it is written as far as I know. These are the fillers. Okay, these are the connecting phrases. You can say as far as I know. If you do like this, as WhatsApp is concerned, all about. If you start like this, okay, it gives more impact. Whenever you are speaking, you have just given absolutely correct information about the WhatsApp function, but still, if I want to brush your skill, how you are going to tell that as far as I know, as far as WhatsApp function is concerned, all about. Like this, if you start, okay, it gives a kick, isn't it? In your answer, it gives a kick. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, suppose you don't know about it. How will it is? Sorry, I haven't heard of it. Actually, it happens when sports topics comes to girls student. Okay. It sometimes happen or some because girls are not very much aware of sports topic, isn't it? I'm giving one example. So how you're going to say, sorry, I haven't heard of it, isn't it? Like this, you can elaborate your answer. Now, let me call another person from you, Muskan Dubey. Are you able to unmute yourself? In the first class, so many students were there, and in the practice session, nobody is here. Only 5 to 6%. Okay, Muskan Dubey is unable to unmute, I think so. Some problem is going on. Then Aryan Kumar again.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. Thanks for your time. Goodbye. How you are going to greet them?
Ma'am, it's a great pleasure uh, to have. Ma'am, it's a great pleasure to talk with you. Thank
To
you.
have
Just like that.
talk with you, or you can say many thanks to you too, or you can say it is a great pleasure to have such a wonderful conversation with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Or
Yes, ma'am.
like
That's what I
this,
want to say.
you can just you have to brush your skill, nothing else. You know all the words, but you have to utilize all the words within the proper time frame. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That is the fact, you know it. But if you don't do this practice, what will happen? You are going to means I want to say you are going to lose all those techniques, how you are going to end, how you are going to greet, start. These are the factors. Okay. Now, what we will do in the next day, in the next session, here there are few number of students I can observe. Now in the next session, what we will do in the next Saturday, I will be giving some questions. Means I will be asking some questions to you in the first session, and then like this the conversation will be going on for 10 minutes, suppose for 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and then I will start the new lab topic. Okay, that will be better because in the first session so many students attended, but in the next session they haven't practiced the lab, what we have done just now, so they have missed. So you express your views that what do you think this telephonic conversation round is quite essential for you or not?
Yes, ma'am.
It
Yes,
sounds
ma'am.
good. Okay. 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 Now, I would like to discuss about different things. Now, there is an interview section. You will be having this telephonic round. Okay. Now, what you are going to do actually in the interview, sometimes suppose you are going for the sales segment, or you are going to enhance one project segment, they may ask you to give a short presentation. What type of presentation? Not in the PPT mode or something like that, or over the telephone. They will ask that suppose this is a pen, or this is a pencil, suppose you just sell it to me. Can you sell the pencil or pen to me? If they may ask, this type of question is very common in the telephonic conversation round, because ultimately they will observe that whether you can satisfy your customer or not at the end of the day. Okay, this is the fact. I am not talking about the salesman job actually. If you think that, no, they will just perceive from you that how much capable you are in giving the satisfaction to a particular customer or a particular person who is just opposite to you. Are you getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So in the telephonic conversation, this type of thing may occur. Or sometimes they ask about your backgrounds, your study background, your hobby. They may ask anything, or they may provide any situation, and they may say, just cope up with it. Give your own decision about this situation. So how you are going to handle all these type of queries over the telephonic conversation, I am here to help you on that particular interview stage. Are you getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, as I have told you that about the problems, now you can overcome all these problems. Now, let us come back to that particular phrase and formal greeting, informal greeting. Now, I have given this thing. Have you taken the snapshot, the screenshot? Have you taken? Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. This will be helpful for you to have a start. Have a start means when you are starting this thing, you are starting at this stage. So it will be very helpful. Now, it will be very helpful. Now, Manish Kumar is joining the session right now. Manish, am I audible? Manish? Manish, am I audible? Manish has joined the session, but he is not hearing at all. Now, look, these are the phrases or some, I can say some formal start. Look, could you hold a moment, please? If you say like this, there will be an impact. Whenever there will be gap, I have earlier mentioned you, okay? You just practice all this one by one. What will you do in the formal section? Informal also you practice and the formal also. But formal will be your main focus. Your main focus should be on the formal segment, okay? Now you practice one by one. Take it as a instance and practice, and you will see it will improve your speaking module. It will improve. I'm assuring you it will improve. You try all this. And the last one, there are this one. I will tell this thing about the next day, the intensive listening. Okay. What does this intensive listening is all about? I will discuss this matter next day because the time is short in the Zoom. After 40 minutes, it will be over. That's why I am wrapping this session. And is there any problem regarding this telephonic conversation lab, whatever I have taken today?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, in the previous lecture, ma'am, you have given an assignment. And
Yeah. SWOT analysis. Yeah. You have to submit it. Let me create I have created the Google Classroom. I will share the link. Okay, shortly.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's the thing I want to ask.
Okay. Have
Ma'am,
you
can you
prepared?
please
Have you
repeat?
prepared that SWOT analysis? Have you prepared?
Yes, ma'am. I have prepared in my revision copy, but I will write on practical copy.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just telling, have you faced any problem while preparing that SWOT analysis grid chart?
Yes,
Has anybody faced?
Ma'am, what to write on threats, ma'am?
Strength,
Ma'am, threats.
threats, yeah. Threats means suppose you are not punctual, okay. Suppose you are not punctual, what it may happen that you won't be able to complete your assignments, your project on time. If you are not punctual, in the case of weakness, if you have written, I'm not punctual, then the threats will be, you may be fired from the company due to your this punctuality, isn't it? This factor